This is your Monex Metals Market Update with Mike Maroney.
Good afternoon. It's January 15th. My name is Mike Maroney, and I am coming to you today from the Monex Precious Metals Studio. Let's do our week in preview. Typically what we do is we go back in time a little bit to talk about where the precious metals are and how they got there over the last few weeks, and what events are taking place out on the horizon that will potentially affect the price of the metals, and will the recent rally that we've had over the last 4 weeks continue? Well, let's go back 1 month from today on December 15th, and what we will find is that gold was trading as low as $12.38, and we traded today at $13.38, $100 higher in the last 4 weeks. Obviously a quiet little rally when you're considering typically if the market had moved $100, just about everyone would be talking about gold. But with the stock market continuing to make new highs, that seems to be everyone's focus. Silver traded as low as $15.63, and we're now trading at $17.33. What we've seen in the silver market is approximately a 10% rally to the upside. The question that everyone asks, will this continue? Is this just the beginning, or are we due a potential correction? Last week in a video, I talked about how the weekly close in the dollar hadn't broken below 91.35 in over 3 years. And last week, we actually closed below that level. Today, we've dropped all the way down to 90.29. And what does that mean? The dollar index, and some people call it the Dixie because the symbol is DXY, represents the US dollar against a basket of alternative currencies, such as the euro, the pound, the yen. And what it does is it gives you a look as far as our currency in comparison to the rest of the world. But in the beginning of 2017, a matter of fact, on the first day of 2017, the US dollar index was trading at 103.82. So today, on January 15th, 2018, the dollar index traded as low as 90.32. So what we look at there is a 13.5 point drop in the value of the US dollar in comparison to alternative currencies. That is not a positive situation. That basically means everything that Americans are buying from around the world is now getting more expensive. That also means that inflation could be sitting right out on the horizon. Now, what we have this week, and what many people believe is the key catalyst, is the fact that we need to pass a budget bill, because the US government technically runs out of money on Friday. Now, the Republican and the Democrats are fighting over this, and if the Democrats are going to give in, they want concessions on their immigration bill as far as DACA is concerned. So this battle is probably going to be down to the wire as we see what happens as far as the immigration bill and as far as the budget bill. But the bottom line right now, the interesting thing about the market today is the lack of fear that exists in the marketplace, the overall level of confidence, and you can see it in many different variables. Obviously, the stock market is making a new high. There's an index in the stock market, it's called the VIX, it's the Volatility Index, and typically it's never below 10. A matter of fact, in the last 20 years, that had only been below 10 12 times, but in the last 6 months, it's been below 10 50 additional times. So what we're looking at is we're looking at a market where there's no fear, there's no cause for panic, but when you look at the reality of the events that sit out on the horizon, and you think about the fact that the US dollar has already dropped 13.5% in the last 12.5 months, it's no wonder the price of precious metals are starting to heat up. Now, will we kick the can down the road with what is known as a CR, a continuing resolution that will allow the government to spend money? Yes, we may, and maybe we'll get a little pop back up in the value of the dollar, and we could see a correction in the precious metals. But long term, if you think about where we've been, where we are today, and where we're headed, it makes so much sense to think about having a little bit of portfolio insurance in your portfolio. And what you need to look at is the reasons why and how and what you can expect. And the best way to do that is to give us a call here at Monex. We have an account rep waiting on the phone to talk with you about how precious metals potentially could help you protect your portfolio. There's nothing better than holding gold coins in your hand, so give us a call so you can find out how. Thank you.